let's get into the hair that we're going to use today. So today I'm using Bobbi Boss's new locks in 24 inches in the color number 2, as well as their Afro Twista hair. Now this hair in combination, the lock and the Afro Twist hair, works perfect together. So I'm starting off by using smaller sections of the Afro Twista hair, and my natural hair is in a small braid. I'm inserting my latch hook through the base of the braid and pulling through the twist hair, pulling all the way through the base. Now you want one side to be longer than the other because we're going to use it for later. So now, using my natural hair as the third leg, I'm just braiding down about a few inches until my natural hair, there's no more of it. Once that's done, I'm going to take my new lock and I'm going to put it on my latch hook and push it all the way back to the handle. And now on the same open latch hook, I'm going to insert my twist hair into the latch and close it. And then I'm going to pull the lock onto the twist hair. Once it's on there, I'm going to pull through the other side and we're going to insert our latch hook through the base of our natural hair again. This is going to make sure that our lock is not going anywhere and going to make it easy to be able to take out. And you see that one side is longer than the other. As we pull that side through, that is the piece that we're going to use to wrap our lock down. Now I'm going to be wrapping in a counterclockwise direction, but you know, facing the camera, it's going to be clockwise for you guys. But honestly, it doesn't even matter which way you decide to wrap it, as long as you can find a rhythm to the wrapping. Now, as I'm wrapping down, I want to make sure that where my natural hair and where the lock starts is thoroughly covered. So I like to go kind of like back over that area and kind of just feel around to make sure that it's not sliding or slipping, because as we wear the locks, we want them to last and we don't want them to have those funny looking gaps in between. So I like to make sure that I'm thoroughly wrapping using my twist hair. And this hair was actually the perfect length to be doing this with this technique, because I was able to wrap it down far enough but not have so much hair left over that I had to continue to wrap the lock all the way down. Once I got to the end of that twist hair, I wrapped a few knots around the lock itself, and then I'm going to palm roll in a downward direction just to lock everything in place. You get it? Lock everything in place. And now I'm going to show you guys how I got that curly lock look. It's really, really simple. I just braided down the locks into 6 sections, so 3 on each side. I didn't want to do them too big because I wanted like a tight looking curl. So I braided my sections all the way down and tied a rubber band at the end. Now you might be like, I didn't even know you could dip locks. Yes, so these locks are made of the same material as like braiding hair. So when you dip it, it either straightens out, or if you put it and manipulate it into like a curl or a shape, it's gonna dip and dry in that form. So knowing that, I was like, well, I kind of want my locks to be a little bit curly, so I decided to dip them in hot water and see what happened. So once I put that rubber band at the bottom, I did have those little straight pieces left over. I didn't really care too much about them because I ended up cutting them off anyways, but you can try to braid down as far as possible. Now to dip my hair in the hot water, I'm using a pitcher with the handle, which is very, very important because y'all, I dropped the water on my foot and burned it. So just be very careful, fair warning. And I'm also using a towel to go ahead and dry off the sections as I'm dipping them. Once again, be careful, I'm warning you. So I did both sides, and doing this also made the locks very flexible and very like flowy. So a pro to this, that my locks weren't stiff at least like, you know, towards the bottom that I'm dipping, and it helped the style loosen up a lot quicker. Now, I'm not too sure if other brands of locks would be the best to do this with. I've been using these new locks for years at this point on all my clients, and I was really happy to be able to try these for Bobbi Boss on myself for the first time because I've only used them on clients. So I would recommend this brand of locks and the Afro Twista hair to go with it if you're looking for a very natural looking lock. After dipping them, I'm drying them off with my blow dryer just to make sure that it's drying in that curly pattern that I want. And after they were dry, I started to take them out. Now, doing this, I was pretty gentle and I didn't like rush through it to kind of start to tangle the locks, but it was super easy to undo, and you can start to see the curl pattern that happened after we dipped it in the hot water. So this also stays after it dries, so there's no re-straightening back out. Once you set it in that water, that is the pattern that it's going to be. So I also didn't want to dip them too far up, just for my own safety of not putting my head so close to the water, as well as trying not to dip my natural hair in it. So I kind of just stopped the curls kind of like by my chin almost. But to me, that was super cute, and I'm going to show you guys at the end when I put it in a ponytail. It was just giving. I got actually quite a few compliments on this style. As soon as I posted a picture of myself in it, people were eating it up. So this is definitely one of my faves right now, especially for summer and vacation. Look how cute. It's giving vacation on an island somewhere. And then for the ends, I'm just trimming them off because, you know, I didn't like them. If you like that look of the straight ends, go ahead and keep it, but they had to go. It just made the look a lot more uniform, and it's giving like people with actual locks when they do this to their logs. So I thought it was just a super cute thing to try, and I think it was a success. So I have to know, would you guys try these to your locks? Let me know in the comments down below, and do not forget to check out my other braiding tutorials right here.